Welcome everyone to my Art of Attack series, and this one is episode number 3. So over here I want to show it to the game which is played by Tigran Vartanovich Petrosian versus Viktor Korchnoi. Yeah, of course, like you will say that Tigran Petrosian, he plays a positional chess, right? Why you're showing his games? Yes, generally he played a positional game, but when Petrosian attacks is in trouble, okay, any of the player, like this is what Mikhail Botvinnik said about Petrosian, that Petrosian, if Tal sacrifice a piece, accept it. If Petrosian sacrifice a piece, don't accept it. And Bobby Fischer said about Petrosian that no matter how much deep you calculate or a plan, that Petrosian can smell any danger before 20 moves. Okay, so imagine the level of his calculations. And I think Lev Polyagevsky, he said about him that is it easier to win a USSR championship than a game against Iron Tigran or a Petrosian Tigran? This was the line. I will paste all of the quotes in a description. You can read it out. If I'm wrong, if any of the words it's get mistake, so I'm sorry for this one. Okay, so this game is played in Kuroshio's candidates in the year 1962, and this is round number 23. And as you know, that Petrosian, he won this candidate match as well as he won his world championship match as well in the year 1963 by beating the none other than Mikhail Botvinnik. And after that one, the Mikhail Botvinnik, he just took the retirement from the world championship cycle. And Armenia, as you can see now, is a separate country, but back in the days it was a part of a Soviet Union. It's a USSR, and it's a very small country, but they had their world champion, kind of. Okay, so let's jump into the game. So c4, it's English opening. c5, knight to f3, knight to f6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes d4, and g6. So of course, with the black's plan, you can see that black maybe wants to play the move bishop to g7 and he wants to do castling. So he played the move knight to c3, bringing all of your pieces into the game first. Okay, as Fischer said that tactics flow from the superior position. If you wanted to attack, if you wanted to win in tactics, your pieces should be superior. Your pieces should be in a good position. So he played the move d5, bishop to g5. Now it's cunning move that is like, he just wanted to take it. Okay, and the best move in this position is just a bishop to g7, but he just go for the takes, pawn to e3. He wanted to bring his bishop and capture it. Queen to a5. I think bishop to g7 is the best move to play. So Petrosian just capture. Bishop takes c4. Now you can see that a first principle, as I said, that whenever possible, try to keep your eyes on the f7 square. So we are focusing this game from the white perspective, so on the f7 square. And if you are playing or if you are focusing the game from the black, then it will be f2 square. Bishop to b4. And now I just wanted to take and queen takes. So rook to c1, it's a very good move. And in this position, black should play the move like knight to d7 or maybe the castling. These are the best moves what black had. But here, black played the move pawn to a6, which I will say, okay, fine move. But after the move castling, here he played the move knight to d7. Now this is a blunder in this position, the knight to d7 move. Now you can pause the video and find out the best move, which even Petrosian also missed this move. Like maybe, of course, he's seen it, but try to understand the psychology of this player. Okay, first of all, he is playing the candidates. Okay, he cannot, it's not like a local tournament that if I will lose one game, that doesn't matter. Okay, he know he's winning. So he's like, maybe he's seen that move, but he has some other plans to do. Okay, and here Petrosian played the move pawn to a3, but actually he should play the move bishop takes f7. As I said to you, okay, that first of all, try to develop all of your pieces. Your each piece should participate into the game. So over here, as you can see, that white plays his knights, castle, his bishop, he bring the rook into the game, which is, of course, you can see even it's an open file also. So he bring his piece on that as well. So now a3 is much now if I'm assured to you that if in this position the Mikhail Tal was sitting, he'd definitely go for the bishop takes f7. Okay, so he played the move a3, but I'm showing to you the bishop takes f7 continuation. Okay, bishop takes f7, there's a king takes, and the move comes queen to b3, check, king to g7, and here the move comes, that is a move knight to d5, which increase the attack over here, which creating a threat of knight to e6. Okay, as well as like what do you wanted to stop, like, okay, if the queen moves away from somewhere, the bishop is losing, maybe the fork is over here, it comes, a lot of things is going on. Okay, and I showed you one small variation over here. If there is a bishop to f8 example, knight to e6 check, okay, and for example the king moves here example, okay, then the move comes, that is knight d to c7. Okay, and he is threatening to move this knight also, which will comes with a check. So first he is attacking on the rook. Okay, as you can see, the rook is protecting, this knight is protecting, so it's done, it's over. But after the move, he played the move a3. Now here he has a chance to just to capture it, just to capture and go for the castling. Okay, but he played the move bishop to e7. Now from here it's over. b4. Now if over here, but now Petrosian definitely he's seen this variation. Okay, that bishop takes here is no, and after the move bishop to d8, which is stopping the fork, is rook to a1, and after the move queen to b2, simple rook to a2, and the queen has trapped. Okay, so after move here b4, he didn't go for the capture, he played the move queen to e5. Now you can pause the video over here and find out the best move, which is, of course, Petrosian played this move. Okay, and now the Petrosian realized that now all of my pieces are developed, now I will go for the attack. Okay, and you can see the king is in the center. Okay, so here he played the move pawn to f4, sacrificing a pawn with a check. Seriously? Yes. The point is, after the move queen takes e3, check, king h1. The same, if you watch the episode number 2, over there I shown to you that how the Tal opened the e file to attack the king, which is on the center. Over here also, after sacrificing that pawn, he opened this one to attack, as well as the knights are coming. Okay, and so what he will stop, what are the things he will do? And over here, for example, if the knight to move here, bishop to b3, the one cool move, and after the move like bishop to g4, like simple, just take it. Okay, these are the best moves the computer should go, or otherwise if this is here, knight will take it. If the bishop will go here, then maybe rook to f3. Okay, these are the moves is there. It's tough position to handle. So after the move f4, even Viktor Korchnoi also realized that what is going on. So he didn't take it, he just played the move queen to b8. Now you just see the black's position, just see the black's pieces. Okay, because of the tempo, because of the positional understanding, you see the white versus black, like what things goes wrong. Okay, because of the positional misjudgment and simple points. And here that the move which you get it what he played, because all of his pieces are developed. Now he don't want his opponent king to castle. Bishop takes f7, check, king takes, queen to b3, check, king to e8, knight to d5. Now of course over here the double attack gonna come. Okay, so he played the move bishop to d6, which stops. Knight to e6. Again, the both of the knights, they are going over there. Okay, so he played the move b5. Like, he also knows that, you know, it's over, there is nothing left in this game to play. And after the move knight d to c7, king moves here, and here you see it's look like, okay, I will just capture the rook, but Petrosian, no, knight to d4. The threat is, this is the fork is coming, okay, and wins the queen. You just played his king away, and here knight takes a6, and here he just resigned the game. Because after the move this capture, okay, the move will come, that is queen to e6. What are the things you will save? Like, where you will go, what you will save? Okay. So that's why after the move knight takes a8, you just resign the game. So you can see the lesson is what? First of all, don't allow the unnecessary double pawns. Okay, first thing. Second, you will see that don't play multiple pawn moves, you know, d4, d5, a6, a lot of pawn moves he is playing, you know, d5, c takes d4, don't do that one. And just play the normal looking moves, the logical moves, that play the knight and bishop, go for the castling is there. So, but if you will not do that on time, and especially if you're playing against a strong player, they will later on will not allow you to castle. Okay, so bishop takes f7, knight f5, which we seen in the previous game, where this kind of accidents can happen. Okay, I hope you learned something from this game and try to apply these principles in your own game. Okay, thank you so much for watching.